Jonathan Lipow, we meet again.
Pow.
We meet again after after a few months.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
things has been changed lately, but
Yeah.
how's everything with you, by the way?
Everything is good. How have you been?
It's all good like always. Oh,
Good.
that voice I'm trying to do is Keith David.
Ah, yes.
You know who Keith David is, right?
What can Brown do for you?
Oh,
You remember the UPS commercials he used to do?
yeah, I remember hearing him doing that.
That's
And you
right.
know who else does that also?
Um, I'm sure other celebrities.
Like Tony Todd or maybe Fred Tash or other voice actors
I'm
who
not sure if
usually
Fred
does
did it.
that.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So.
anyway, so I have a lot of questions I've been
All right.
wanting to ask you about. How does
Sure.
it feel about being in Star Wars Visions?
Is that better lighting? Is
I
that
can
good?
see you so well.
All right. Oh, it feels great to be in that. That was a cool experimental project where I guess a lot of the anime studios in Japan had always wanted to have, they had these stories that they wanted to tell and to allow to for Lucasfilm to kind of collaborate with that and let them take a stab at getting their stories told like that. And I thought it was great. So it was a really cool meeting of the minds of the studios. I thought it was really nice that they got to do that, and you saw some pretty neat results from that.
Yeah,
Very, very different. I think there are about 7 of them. Very different, each one of them. I got to be in 2 of them, which was great. So that was fun. But yeah, definitely a nice change up from what we normally see, which is also a lot of fun. But I'm just saying it was really cool to see that difference in a different perspective, honestly, which was cool.
I see. That's very good to hear from that.
Yeah.
And you know that you've actually been in a lot of Star Wars stuff, such as Star Wars Resistance and most importantly, the Star Wars The Bad Batch, where you
Yes.
played the monster and a local citizen,
Yes.
where
And
of course the clone
I
Steve
cannot give you
Bradley.
yes, and I cannot give you details, but season 2 already has been announced. And I
Oh,
can tell you I will be in season 2
oh, that's
and tell
so
you there will be a few characters, and that's about it. So
that's
that's all I can say.
and
But
speaking of
I will be returning. Thankfully, very happy about that, and it's really cool.
and speaking of season two, you know what season two of the show live was announced?
What's that?
Deote Dragon's Blood.
Oh, that's right. Yes, yes, I'll be returning in that as well.
Yes,
Very
that's
happy.
what I wanted to hear from you.
Yes,
I
yes.
wanted you to return in that show so
Well,
that you can be playing some various of characters like
yes.
monsters or even characters that has importance. And you know what's
Yeah.
really good
Oh, it's
about
fun.
it?
What is that?
About my voice actor friends Yuri Lowenthal and Tony Todd being in it. And by the way, the last I've actually interviewed Yuri Lowenthal actually.
Yeah, Yuri is like he's the star of that show.
Yeah, he actually interviewed me actually through Galaxy Con. You know what the first thing he said to me?
What's that?
He said to me, "Sebastian, we meet at last." And I was like, "We meet at last, Yuri Lowenthal, aka Sasuke Uchiha from Naruto." And he was like, "Yep, that's
Spider-Man.
me." And
Ben
I've
10.
asked, I've asked him a lot of questions that I've wanted to say for a very, very long time since my childhood days. And he was impressed
Got to
actually.
talk to him. Yeah, he's a really nice guy.
I've actually been to his voice acting class actually.
Really?
And you know who I actually met along with Yuri?
Who?
Tara Platt. And I was like,
Yes.
we meet again, Yuri Lowenthal. And the lovely wife Tara Platt,
It's interesting to see
aka
them together. Why? Well, they must be married or something.
they are married. And
They
uh,
are.
they were impressed with what I've been working through.
Yeah.
I actually showed off my voice acting to them like this. What the demon has corrupted, I will cleanse them with fire. You are the child of fire, a part of me, and you will obey.
How dare you command the commander? Who do you think you are?
Oh, you think you can command me? I am the all-powerful being who can
It's
control.
insult.
Oh, is that so? Then
Yeah.
let's test that power.
We shall see.
Ah.
Isn't it fun doing that?
Yeah, that is very
I remember
good.
when you first started talking to me, I guess it was last year.
Yeah,
You used that voice. You're like, I was like, whoa, what's this guy do? I didn't know you yet.
that's why you're starting to know me well. Since,
Yeah,
of course, I've been through a lot of interviews with a
I
lot
know
of
you have.
voice actors.
Yeah.
And you know who I'm getting to interview next?
Who's that?
David Subilow and Michael
Oh,
York.
yeah. Very cool. Yeah, I know David. He's a very, very, very good guy.
I actually do his voice very well.
He's got a deep voice too. Very deep.
I am David Subilow, and I do a lot of characters in a lot of shows, such as Gorilla Grodd from The Flash, and Drax from Guardians of the Galaxy,
Yeah.
Shockwave from Transformers Prime, and Lobo from Young Justice.
Yes.
Yeah, he's a very nice guy,
He's
actually.
a very nice guy.
Yeah.
Did you watch the Transformers War for Cybertron?
Oh, I did, and you were amazing in it. You were
Unicron.
you are fantastic villain. You are.
That was fun. To be a Transformer was really cool.
A lot.
Have you seen the action figure for him?
Oh, I did.
It's crazy. I don't know. It's like $575.
Yeah.
It's a lot. I don't think you still get it even, but it was really cool. Pretty
Yeah.
awesome. Epic. But yeah, it's a cool show. It was a cool show. I thought they did a great job on it.
Especially with Keith Silverstein, Mike Winton,
Yeah.
a lot of great voice actors were in it. I actually do Keith Silverstein very well, like this. My, how unusual. Seems this poor man's flower arms have been turned to flower petals. Now you see them, now you don't. You should be more careful if you don't mind me. The players in this game have already begun their hunting for.
Pretty good.
Because he actually does Hawkmoth in Miraculous Ladybug and does in a lot of anime stuff,
Yes,
such
he
as
does.
Naruto, where he plays young Hakaromo, which was very impressive of him playing his younger version of Hakaromo. He was like, I seen what you have done with the entire people, including my love. How dare you try to turn everyone into your army? How dare you, my own sons, turn against your own mother? Your loyalty is to the Asasusuki clan. Anything that happens makes you a traitor. Don't do this, mother. Don't challenge me. It will only end badly. It's over.
Let me ask you something. Did you memorize that or are you reading that?
Actually, I memorized that so well.
Wow, you did. That's really impressive, man.
That's why people call me a memorization person for a reason.
Oh, do you have a photographic memory?
Yeah.
That's awesome. My younger brother has that too.
Remember when I told you once that I have autism?
Yes.
Yeah. I told that to the other voice actors, and I must say, they were impressed actually. They're like, wow, no wonder you're very smart. And I said, yeah, because the only reason is because all my life I've been trying to get in touch with a lot of people for years since I've seen them on TV. Even you, for example.
Well, it's so great to know that you have the dedication that you've put to this. Look how it's paying off for you. You've had how many interviews now since last year? Probably 20 or 30, right?
Actually, I've got 15 interviews.
15, okay.
This is my 16th, including with you, my friend.
Now, is this 16 including the one before with me, or are you just counting me as an actor? 16.
I'm counting you as one of the voice actors I get to be able to touch with.
But you've interviewed me. This is your second interview with me.
Actually, yes.
So if you're counting people, you've done 16 people. But if you're counting interviews, you've done more than that, right?
Yeah, because
that's great.
And you know what else?
That's really great, Sebastian.
You know Richard Apgar?
Oh yeah.
You know,
I saw him at Whole Foods a couple months ago.
You know, I was going to do an interview with him, but it ended up getting canceled due to the fact that he's getting busy. And, and I spoken out with one of my voice actor friends, Keith Farley, who I interviewed with.
Yes.
And he told me one simple advice that by January, you can just text message him, and then you'll end up planning out an interview with you. That way, everything can go perfect. And I
Yeah.
told him, thanks, Keith. I knew you would say that. And he told me, that is what I do.
He's also a very nice man. There's a lot of great people in this community.
Yeah,
Very,
especially,
very fortunate out here to have that nice camaraderie with people.
yeah. And I was wondering about wanting to go to that Star Wars Vision show. That if they ever make a second season, I will want to go into that show because you know who I would be playing as?
Who's that?
A protagonist. I'll be like, I do not wish to hurt you, but I do know what I must do. For too long, the Empire has been striking our clan, but no more. It's time we all unite together and fight as one.
We can beat the Imperial warriors. We can
Yeah.
take them down. Our galaxy can be in our control again.
Yes, with me, my warriors, to war. Yeah, yeah. Because you know who will be a perfect fit for that show if they ever make a second season?
I hope so. Yeah, it was fun playing that the
The
B20N.
droid.
Yeah, I think it was B20N was his name.
Yeah, and you were alongside with let's just say Neil Patrick Harris and Allison Brie.
Yeah, not bad company.
Which is their first time doing their anime thing.
Yeah.
Since of course they've actually voice acted in a lot of stuff.
Oh, sure.
Like when Allison Brie voice acted in Rick and Morty.
Oh, I would love to be on Rick and Morty.
Yeah, because I've always wanted Justin Roiland to cast you into it. That way you can play many various of characters.
Sure. Yeah, I auditioned for a role or two on that in the past. It was just a couple of little characters, but I haven't got it yet. So we'll see. I'll keep trying. There's a lot of competition out there, though. Just got to keep at it.
You just got to do it, man. I want you to be in Rick and Morty. That way everything can go perfect. Because you know who else should be in Rick and Morty?
Who's that?
Tony Todd. Because he'll be playing one of the characters next to Keith David.
Isn't there a new Candyman movie that came out?
Yes.
He's in it. Is he in it again?
He was in it again. And he was like doing the tell everyone. And I was like, oh, now that's the Tony Todd I remember.
Yeah.
The legendary Tony Todd. Which I want. You know what else they announced?
What's that?
They've announced that he is going to be Venom in the second Spider-Man game with Yuri Lowenthal.
Cool. That's awesome.
He posted an Instagram of himself making a video of it saying, what's happening, folks? We are.
Yeah, we still, my girlfriend and I still have to see the second movie. We like the first one a lot.
Yeah.
I know that's Tom Hardy, not Tony Todd, but
because
Tom Hardy did. Tom Hardy did the voice of Venom also, not just his character.
I recognized it because all I know is that he is quite impressive.
Oh yeah,
especially when it comes to Marvel. When it comes to Marvel, you always are good at it. Like when you play the Sicarians in the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah,
you were like.
I had more lines in that movie. I was talking with Gamora and all that stuff, but James Gunn, he did a lot of edits on that film before he was finally happy with it. I even think in the end he still wasn't happy, even though it was such a great movie. But a lot of stuff got cut out of there, including a lot of my dialogue as Sikaran soldiers. But hey, I mean, I was glad to be in it, even if it's just a lot of grunts and roars and death knells. It's fine.
Yeah,
not a problem with me. Happy to be a part of it.
I see that. And by the way, many people kept asking me this. How come you became a great voice actor?
Because I always wanted to. And I guess there was no plan B for me. So I just kept at it, kept trying to do it. And then more and more work would come my way as I kept putting myself out there and auditioning. And eventually, I think like with anything you try really hard at and you just make it your goal, you should do it, especially if you feel you were born to do something. I do feel that.
By the way, just so you know, I'm actually becoming a voice actor because you know how I'm doing it?
How's that?
I'm getting in touch with a voice cast director named David Rosenthal, and he's a very nice guy, actually. And you know what he helped me out with?
What?
My voice acting and my scripts. And yet again, he's actually helping me become a voice actor. And
That's wonderful.
I'm doing it actually.
That's wonderful. Yeah, there's a lot of great training out there that can help
Especially
people.
when owning this company called Global Voice Acting Academy, which I actually searched up that website, and he however actually is one of those people there, and he actually he actually met me and everybody else there.
That's great.
Oh, sorry about that.
That's okay.
That's my mother.
Hi.
Welcome to the chat.
Wow, that is so cool. Nice
Alright.
to meet you.
Yep, my mother. She's the reason why I want to be on TV, because of her being in television shows, actually.
You have created Sebastian, therefore we are here.
Wow, your voice sounds so awesome. Is that your studio?
This is my booth. Yeah, this is where I do my recordings.
Oh, wow, that's amazing. He wants one, but we've been trying to, we want to do the right investment instead just buying like Amazon that is like
Yeah,
not gonna work
definitely do
good.
some research. And just so you know, you can always piece together a studio bit by bit, and then you can actually upgrade pieces of the studio over time. You can get a microphone that's a few $100s now, and then later on get one that's more like $1,000. You don't have to do that now, but you can always upgrade as you go.
Right.
And you'll be
so many brands. There's so many that I honestly, I like to make, at least if it's, let's say, the first investment, that it's a good, so he can have, play with it. Because imagine buying a cheap Nintendo, like it's not the same.
No. Get a good mic. But what's so great about now versus like say 20 years ago is you can get a home studio for probably between $500 and $1,000, whereas back then you needed thousands of dollars to do it. So it's a lot more accessible for people that don't maybe have a lot of capital to start with, or don't want to make a huge investment right now and everything, and want to build it as they go. So it's definitely a great time to be in the market for something like that. There's a lot of
I can hear so beautifully your voice in your studio that it's like, wow.
Yeah, I have the audio. When we were setting this up, I have I'm seeing you through my phone, but you're hearing me through my actual audio interface through my mic. I got a Neumann microphone. I also have a Sennheiser microphone. So I have two mics. Here's the other mic. So this is the Sennheiser mic, and this is the Neumann mic. So I switch back and forth between them depending on what I'm recording. But now you're hearing me through this, digital processing through my Mac computer and all this Thunderbolt interface from Apollo, these really nice equipment. So you're hearing that. So it sounds better. So the interview will sound better too. And I hear him better too, because I'm hearing him through that same interface. So it's better than a phone.
So much for taking the time to talking with Sebastian.
No problem.
From the bottom of my heart, I think
it's my pleasure to do it.
I know it's a little bit of your time, but it's life-changing for him, and I really appreciate.
And it's been busy lately, but it's been busy for me, which thankfully. But yeah, I'm glad we were able to make time today. We were originally scheduled on Monday, but then I got booked, and so it's good that we were able to fit it in.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Yes.
I told him about the voice acting class.
Nice to meet you too.
All right.
Yep, that's my mother.
Before, very nice. She seems very sweet. Before I got the interview, guess what? I finished editing. I had 4 auditions to turn in by 1 o'clock, and I finished editing them like 15 minutes before I got to you. So I've been really just busy all last night. I was working this morning. So yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. I've been through a lot of things,
Yeah.
Like when I'm trying to.
But you're still into this, and you're pursuing this, and meeting people, talking to people. This is how you get more knowledge about it. It's also how you build relationships.
You know the reason why I want to interview you and other people?
What is the reason? I assume because
not what, it's who.
Who is the reason?
His name is Chris Mayek, and he's a Facebook friend of mine who interviews like a lot of voice actors, including Kari Wahlgren, Yuri Lowenthal, and Tara Platt. He even voiced like Kyle Herbert and many others. And him interviewing them makes me so jealous that I'm trying to search my ways to get in touch with a lot of people, That's how I got in touch with you, David Subilow, Michael Yorchak, and many others. And you know who else accepted my friend request?
Who's that?
Lex Lang.
Lex Lang. I just worked with him on a movie just a few days ago. We're doing some dialogue for a movie.
Yeah.
So that was fun. Yeah. I worked with him on Star Wars Resistance.
Yeah, Lex Lang is actually a very cool dude, you know?
He is.
And I've always wanted to interview him since I've interviewed all of his friends. Plus, I asked him if he can accept my friend request, since I'm friends with Joe Outsman, Richard Apcar, Fred Tatasciore, and many others.
Sure.
And so he did.
You know, and it helps. It helps that you have, you've reached out to other voice actors and people have endorsed you as someone that they can trust, as someone they've talked to. So you're not some, crazy person out there. You're kind of legitimized. You're legitimized. Is that legitimized? Legitimized. That's the right word. You are legitimized by showing that you can talk to people, be respectful and responsible and courteous, and also you interview very nicely and you ask good questions, and it's great. So that helps you get more interviews because you can say, hey, I've interviewed this person, so you're not a murderer, you're an interviewer. Great. So you can trust you.
I never wanted to do bad stuff. I never
thought you did, but you know what's funny though? You'd be surprised. There's some fans out there that they can be a little bit, crazy, a little wacky sometimes. You never know. And maybe they're just huge fans and they have such passion. But sometimes it could be scary situations for us, some actors and people.
Yeah.
But if your true goal is just to talk to people, get to know them, find out more about the business, and talk to the people that you like and that you're fans of, and spread that joy around to other people that might be fans by showing your interviews, then what's wrong with that? That's great. So I'm thankful that you're wanting to talk to me and the rest of my colleagues. I think it's really good, and you're able to put the word out about us and talk to us, and we're just regular people, so it's nice. So I'm glad that you were able to build that relationships with other people as well, with other voice actors. And hopefully I think it's just going to expand. You're going to expand your library of interviews, I think, because you're building a reputation of sincerity. And I think it's good.
It's just like Chris Mayak did when he interviews like many voice actors. And then I thought maybe I should do the same process that he's been doing, because all I ever wanted was to be recognized as everybody's most autistic person who has a destined goal of becoming a voice actor and writer for a lot of shows and movies. And I was thinking that, know what I would ever do if I ever make a show? I will cast you in it as one of the characters that I'll want you to play as a father, or even a mentor or something who speaks. You'll be like, son, you must know that you came from this. We raised you from your mother, and we must let you know it is your true destiny to find your mother and learn your true heritage. That is your will.
That I might be a minotaur?
Yeah, because the minotaur is actually very nice. I'll be the
people.
Oh, now that's the perfect voice.
Here's the thing. If we say, you could be like, listen to me, son. Don't become too close friends with the humans. We don't eat them because we hate them. We eat them to survive.
Yes. Now that's the perfect voice I want for my show if I ever make it. Now that's better. I love it. Oh, and for me, I will be the definite voice of you know who I will always be the voice of?
Who's that?
Zeus, young Zeus. I'll be like, my name is Zeus. I am the god of thunder, and I swore by my oath, I will protect the world, the earth, from my father, Cronus, and prevent the world from being devastated, no matter the cost.
Father, forgive me, but I am Thor, and I am the god of thunder. You are Zeus, not the god of thunder.
I do not wish to hurt you, Father. But you leave me no choice. I will defeat you, no matter the cost, and I will prove I'll be the king of Olympus. So show me what you have, and show me your
lightsaber battle with Thor and Zeus. We'll be right back.
Now that's awesome. So yeah, that's what I'm liking about voice acting.
How's it going with the superpower girls?
DC superhero girls is turning out perfect, actually. You know what I've heard a few weeks ago?
What's that?
A few weeks ago, Nicole Sullivan, the voice actress of that show, she posted an Instagram announcing that it was her last time doing Supergirl. Because before she's quitting after season 2. And I thought to myself, because they're doing a 3rd season right now, and I thought to myself, you know what? I should actually make a Twitter post about candidates worthy of the mantle of the Supergirl. And I picked out some of the voice actors worthy of it. Jennifer Hale, Karen Strassman, Erica Lindbeck, Mae Whitman, Galen Jacobs, Ashley Bursch, Rachel Bloom.
Cool. I was in after party with Ashley. That was a fun game. That was a fun game. Also, who else? Carrie Walgren. Unless she's already in it.
Yeah, because you know who actually liked that post, actually? My Twitter post about Supergirl?
Who?
Jennifer Hale herself.
That's great.
Because she even retweeted that post, actually, saying that she might be worthy of the mantle of the Supergirl.
Yes.
Because I posted that Twitter post because I needed the production and all the fans to get what they want. Because I'm literally tired of everybody demanding for the last few months. So yeah, that's why I'm doing this to make sure they get what they want.
Yes. Putting it out there.
Yeah.
They're into the Twitterverse. Let people know there's a vacancy. It needs to be filled.
Yes, especially for the production, however.
Yes.
The production has the right to see those type of things in order for everyone to get what they want.
That's right. It's just one of the wheels one of the cogs in the entire machine that makes it happen. Yeah,
because Jennifer Hale being in DC Superhero Girls will be a perfect fit for her to be along with Tara Strong, Grey DeLisle, Kari Walgren, Mayana Velasco, and most importantly, Kimberly Brooks.
Yes.
Because I've always wanted to interview them, but yet again, I have been working my way to get in touch with them by getting in touch with their.
It's working so far. It's so good, right? How are you feeling about your progress with getting the interviews that you want? Is it happening more? Have you noticed that the pace of your interview being scheduled and actually happening, is that improving over time? You noticing that?
Yes, it has been improving over time.
It's good.
It made me feel so happy that this is what I've been working for the last few months since the pandemic.
That's great.
This is my chance to finally show the world about who I am and what are my true intentions.
Yeah.
And that's why interviewing all the voice actors is my one chance to finally prove myself as the mentor of the voice actor.
Absolutely. And you stick with it and you keep at it. And that's why it works, because you put the effort in and you're dedicated.
Yes, I am dedicated to it.
Surprise out here in Los Angeles, how many actors they try. I can't say, but a lot of actors, of course they try. They spend their whole lives making it and doing it and making their dreams come true. But some just try for a little while and then they feel like, well, I tried, and then they give up.
Yeah,
I think they're always supposed to happen, but it didn't happen because you didn't really try. You got to keep at it.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing. Keep on trying. Because you know who I was interviewed by on Instagram?
Who's that?
Allison Packard, a voice actress from Yokai Watch and does in Marvel Alliance and does in that recent show called The Rugrats in Paramount Plus.
Okay.
And she was impressed about who I am and that she always wanted to know about what I've been doing all this time. The first thing she said to me is, I've waited a long time for this, Sebastian, and I told her, so have I.
So have I.
Now that's a perfect voice, you know?
Have you watched Doom Patrol?
Oh yes. I actually seen that show, which I have it on HBO Max, actually.
That's how I see it too.
And you were in it, right?
Yes. I'm Monsieur Mala.
Very good.
The gorilla who talks like this. What are you doing? Get over here. Come on. Who do you think you are?
You must obey my orders. I'm
here to take over the world. Come on, Brain. Let's do it.
Yes, agreed. We should all make sure, for the Brotherhood of Evil shall rise again. And
that's right.
Rule the world.
It's a pretty good evil laugh, Sebastian.
Well, that's what I've been working on.
Very evil.
Yes.
It's fun. Evil laughs are fun.
Yeah, especially when it comes
do you ever do crazy laughs?
Yeah, now that's very awesome. Because you know who actually does that, actually?
Well, Mark Hamill does it as the Joker, along with all.
Oh, yes. And so does Troy Baker, and many parodies of voice actors does that. Because you know who's the most recent one of the Joker?
Joaquin Phoenix.
Actually, yes, I was just. But actually, I was gonna say for DC superhero girls, the Joker appeared himself, like full time. And you know who he's played by?
Who?
YouTuber comedian Jeremiah Whitkins.
Really?
Yeah, and I must say, he actually quite fit perfectly actually as that character for the show. And I actually made a YouTube video about him doing it, and everybody all liked my video and got like 1,000 views in it.
That's great. Congratulations.
Yeah, because all I know is that I wanted that guy to be recognized, along with you, Kari Walgren, David Subilow, and many others, you know?
Yeah.
Everyone has the right to know about you guys.
That's right. It's our God-given right.
Yeah, that is something I'm trying to do.
That's great.
Yeah, that's what I love to hear.
Well, Sebastian, I probably should get moving. I have more work to do.
Yeah, but before we go,
yes,
there's one more thing I want to tell you.
Yes.
You know, the reason for this recording, this is for the YouTube fans for my YouTube video that I'm doing. So, would you mind if you tell everything to the fans, if you don't mind?
What would you like me to say?
Well, anything in order to get in touch with you. You just need to tell them everything you wanted to say in order to finally see you. You know, like the other voice actors did in their videos, like Keith Farley and Taron Stone.
So just explain to you what's going on, what I'm up to, that kind of thing?
Well, you can say anything to the fans, you know? So,
well, fans, let me say this. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for giving a about what we do. We appreciate it. I certainly do. You keep me relevant. You keep me full of energy and desire to bring you more content, more voices, more power. It is never ending, never ceasing. Stuff like that. So I really hope you enjoy and keep tuned in. More stuff is coming.
Yeah.
And yeah. How is that? Is that what you wanted?
Yes.
Okay.
And for my YouTube videos fans, all of you must know that season 2 of both Star Wars The Bad Batch and DOT Dragon's Blood is coming, and you all better see that show, for my friend here is in that show. So please be sure to have Netflix and Disney Plus if you want to see him in that show.
Absolutely. And more stuff to come next year that I can't tell you about, but you will certainly know about it when it happens, and I'm very excited.
Yes.
One of my favorite characters I'm actually going to do the voice of in a game, and that's all I'm going to say about it, but it's really cool that I'm able to do it, and I'm very, very thankful. And you'll know about it next year.
Agreed to you, my friend. And if I ever see you in a show like that, I will definitely support you in that show. And I'll be like, that's my friend. That's Jonathan Lipow, my friend. Everyone should see him.
Well, thanks so much.
It is always my pleasure. That is why for my YouTube fans, you better, if anyone who is friends of the voice actors who I know, like Neil Kaplan or Kari Walgren or anybody, please let them know about our interview. And I swear I will get back to you and explain to you everything.
Well, good to know, Sebastian. Thank you so much.
It is always my pleasure. It is nice
Have a great
to
weekend,
see you
too.
again, my friend.
Nice to see you too.
And I'll see you then, my friend.
Stay healthy and well. Signing off.
Signing off too.
Take care.
Take care too. Bye-bye.